Hey, what's going on, guys? This is Coach Sarfo here, and I just want to take the time out to thank everybody who's been paying attention and following along as I've been preparing for the release of my first book, You Already Won. So as some of y'all already know, I am an author now. I'm an entrepreneur as well, and I'm also a board-certified psychiatric mental health nurse practitioner. So from the outside looking in, it appears that I'm very successful, and if so, so be it. I do appreciate that. But that wasn't always the case. I come from humble beginnings, and my background and the adversity that I faced is a big reason why I won. So by sharing my story, I hope to inspire other people to show them that they've already won. So for me personally, I was born in Ghana, and I spent my early years in Norway. My family moved to the States when I was about 6.5 years old, and it was a culture shock, obviously. It was a transition that was pretty difficult for all of us, and that goes from my dad all the way down to, my youngest sibling, which is my sister at the time. And, for me, the adversity that I faced early on in my life, was a framework upon which I would build success, in the later part of my life. I had a lot of difficulties in school, growing up. And eventually, I did catch my stride, and I became a decent student. But fast forward to my high school years, and I found myself as the child of a immigrant, father and mom. And if you know anything about the African culture, or about the lifestyle of growing up in an immigrant household, that failing grades are not acceptable. And that's the only metric for success. But for me, unfortunately, I was somebody who had, I failed multiple classes. I was recommended to, not go to college by one of my high school instructors. And it just seemed that, every time I appeared to be making any kind of progress, high school, that, I would take one step forward and two steps back. It was just a frustrating period in my life. And then, being, who I was, and my parents being who they were, it was just very difficult, to, appear to be like I was making progress, because like I said, in a foreign household, the only metric for success is your grades and how, successful you appear to be in school. So, with that, gone from me, I didn't get into any schools in the state of Georgia. I didn't get the Hope Scholarship, and it forced me to go to Alabama and start all over, but that adversity turned to be the best thing for me, because once I went through all that, something clicked off in my mind where I had a mindset shift, and I started to become more accountable for myself, and I realized how special I was, and I realized that I just need to take the time out and focus on myself and really believe in myself as a person, and as an individual. And it's very cliche to say, you can do anything you want to do, just believe in yourself. But for people to actually believe in themselves, it's a whole nother, that's a stretch, because people don't believe in themselves like they say they do, So for me, once I actually began to believe in myself, and I realized I had already won because of the adversity that I had gone through in my life, that's when, things started to click, one by one, slowly. I started to pile, small victories on top of, each other. And then before you know it, I got to this point, so I'm just so excited to be able to share my story, and I'm very thankful to be able to do it in book format, and to also put out these videos to help to inspire and motivate other people, because a lot of people struggle, but not everybody talks about their struggle. So with that being transparent, how can we really help the people around us? So I'm so excited to share my story in this book, You Already Won. It is available in paperback and ebook format. And I'm so excited to see you all win too. So make sure you check out the book You Already Won. It's available on Amazon.com in ebook and paperback format. And once again, I do appreciate your attention, and I can't wait to see you all win.